Today's lesson, how to draw a cartoon crabfish. Hey, it's John-Marc and welcome to my series on teaching you how to draw cartoons. Today's episode is going to be a creative one. We're taking part crab and part fish and we're putting them together to make a crabfish. Thought this would be a fun little lesson. As you see, I'm just sketching out the basic shapes right now and the elements and building the character. But a special note, make sure you go to the very end because you'll see a final sketch. I resketched this one out and then I did a quick watercolor technique to the fish. What I wanted to really share is when you look at the pencil, the sketching that I'm doing right now to the final sketch, you'll see some little changes here and there that I adapted, that I saw after I was sketching it, that I could modify and make a little bit stronger, or what I thought was visually a little bit more accurate. So in this case, let's get back to the lesson. I have the two little claws hanging off the fish. He is going to be kind of like a sad fish. It's a sad day. It's raining in his aquarium right now. Wait, raining in an aquarium? Isn't it wet already? Well, it's a rain there, we'll just say. He's having a rainy day. Anyway, so what you'll notice is the 3/4 view shot that I have again with the crosshair that helps guide your nose, eyes, and mouth location, as well as you can see, the eyebrows. Kind of like sad, how I curve them up. And if you've seen some of my other videos that I shared how to make different faces, you could keep this body structure that you have right now and change the crab face to a happy, smiley, silly face, weird, shock face. So that's the real important, what I want you to be paying attention to. When I share all my videos, you could combine some lessons and take home and bring new development to your technique. So as you can see here, I got the fin on the side there in the far left, and then I have his legs I'm working on. We'll get two of them sticking out there like crab legs. All right, let's get two on the other side. These two are sticking out on the actual body, as you can see, and the other ones are hidden because they're behind, they're wrapped around that. This is more dimensional than just typical flat drawing that you may have seen. I want you to challenge yourself when you're sketching, and I sketch, as always, nice and light, and from there I just build up a little darker and darker to help me to make my final decision. But the final rendering I took back into Photoshop, the pencil sketch here, and I made a little darker, but I didn't use the existing layer, so if I made a mistake I could redo it in that case. All right, there's one eyebrow done. Getting the other one done. I'm just shading them in just to give you some dimension and dark in there. The eyeball, the eyelids halfway. There you go. The eyeball right there. Let's sketch that in a little bit darker. There you go. You can see just the contrast in itself from the right eye to the left eye. A little bit more dominant. And let's get this one a little bit darker now. And what I like to do with my eyes when I'm coloring them in, I like to add like a little white highlight, a big one and a small one. That just gives like a nice little glow to it, like watery. All right, here, let's work on that little claw. You can create any type of claw. You could create one bigger than the other one, because some crabs, if I believe correctly, do have that. One's a little bit larger at times. Just use your imagination and creativity. You can make a fish robot, part robot, part fish. It's kind of like a cyborg fish. And now I'm just creating some little spots. I like to do that on a lot of my cartoons. And there we go. Let's get the body a little bit more, a little darker there. How you can see it wraps around there, the fin and the side fin there, and it has the two in the back. That's behind the two legs. And as you notice, I don't erase my pencil lines right now. There's no need to. This is just a sketch. All right, let's get that crab leg a little bit darker on that side. Looking better. I like that. And I'll just do some quick little shading in there really quick to separate. But that also helps me with my mind when I'm drawing this right now. I'm thinking about the colors. And the colors that you'll see at the very end of the final one was kind of close to what I envisioned. I wanted to take part crab and part fish and combine so they didn't have a similar color to it all the way across. But you can do that. It's your creation and your coloring. And in this case, use your imagination. And when you're sketching, just be relaxed and just let the pencil flow with your hand. And don't push down too hard. All right, and there you go. Let's get that little side there. Let's get this one shaded in. There we go. Okay. Let's reroute that a little bit on the make it pointer on the bottom. You could even make them curve or whatever. There you go. I'm just shading it, and so you can see actually two on each side, the four crab legs on each side, and then from there, let's just work on this one over here a little bit more here. Okay. Let's add the stripes to that fin there. So that's the left fin, and then I have the right fin done. Let's work on the other claw now on the bottom. They're hanging down. All right, let's get that little curvature. Get that little curve for the second thumb. All right, let's add some circles on this one too, little spots. Okay, shade them in so they stand out a little bit. That's just my preference. If you do, you do. You don't, that's okay. It's just something that I like to do, to shade things in certain times. And that gets that other line there for that the little snapping part of the claw there. Okay, and you can even make him like having teeth coming out of his mouth really sad, like one or two teeth in there. Or then even with the claw, you can have the claw having some little bumps indicating like they're a little bumpy. All right, so here we have some bubbles as we're working on, because it's raining in his aquarium. As we know, aquariums all have water, but just being a little silly with that. And there you can put them randomly, make all different size bubbles, and you can put them around his body wherever you like. All right, so as we see here, let's sign and date. And before we close, I want to walk you through these little next pictures. All right, here we go. So this is the final sketch that I did, and through that final sketch, I went to this. As you can see, some of the things, elements were changed, like his lip and his claws, I changed a little bit. And here's the final color. All right, thanks for watching this video, and have a great day.